Welcome back to another episode of the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. Today is a special episode. This is a bonus drop that I am dropping on Thursday, May 21st, because I have some exciting news. Before we get into today's episode, mini episode, if you will, um, I want to just straight away share with you why I'm dropping a bonus episode. So, I have decided that Breadwinner Energy Academy pricing is going to double. The price goes from 2222 for the year to 5997 tomorrow. So, if you are listening today, you have today to join before the price doubles. This decision actually comes from a couple things, but first and foremost is I want to tell you about one of my clients, okay? One of my clients, since working with me, she's been with me for like 8 months now. She has raised her one-to-one pricing now 4 different times. She has launched her first course. She's building her first group coaching program. She's made sales, filled her one-to-one program, been on demand, had a wait list, made sales in her course while she's been sick, on vacation, got a boob job, traveled, etc. And I tell you this because I have never told her she should raise her pricing. Never. From the day she's met me until today, working 8 months together, I have never suggested to her to raise her pricing. And she's done it 4 times. And every single time she raises her pricing, she's still booking out her one-to-one clients. She is so in demand with her one-to-ones that she is building out her full scaling model, plus, again, raising her prices 4 times. Okay, so why do I tell you this? I tell you this because this goes into what we're going to talk about Academy today. When you become the version of yourself that holds your next level, that holds capacity for your next level, and you're constantly stretching your capacity for bigger income and bigger impact, raising your prices just becomes the thing that you do. There's not drama around it. It just becomes this thing that you just feel within your body of like, it's just time to raise my pricing. I don't feel like if I don't raise my pricing, right? Like I don't feel like what I'm giving or the transformation or the impact that is happening here. I don't feel like if I keep the price the same, it matches that impact, right? And so we always have to be willing to stretch for what impact we're making, how we're changing lives, what the energy holds within this space, and is this a good fit for me? There are so many of you that have so much drama around pricing and what you should do price and what's the right price and raising your prices. And the reason you have drama around it is because you're not yet at the place to stretch yourself for capacity, right? So there's a belief, a limiting belief around people won't pay it. Now, I have in my own business, I have my own set of beliefs and then I have my own set of proofs, okay? Your beliefs can't only come from your proofs. You have to be willing to stretch what you believe before you prove to yourself that that is now proved. And the only way to prove it is to stretch yourself, to hold the belief, and then to create it as a reality for yourself. Now, the problem is our brain wants to always go back to what is true. Our brain wants to always go back to the proof. How can I prove this? But you literally can't prove it to be true until you've created it, right? So I have a lot of proof within the last 10 years of my business of what works, what has worked. And one of the proofs that I've created is that selling low ticket is actually not easier than selling high ticket. I have made more sales between 5K and 10K in my business and 10K plus than I've ever made under the 5K mark. If I look at all the sales over the last 10 years, I've always made more sales, more people, more money with high ticket than I ever have low ticket. But people have this thought in their brain, well, it's just this no-brainer pricing. It's this no-brainer entry offer, which isn't true. Okay, it's not true. There's no such thing as an easy no-brainer offer. The offers that sell really well are the offers that you have full belief and energy behind. And if you have full belief and energy behind your offer, you can sell that offer at any price. However, if you sell an offer that is this big, amazing, transformational offer that it holds so much space and transformation for your clients, and you are undercharging that container, there will be a perceived value that the offer isn't as maybe good or great as you're making it seem, or the transformation's maybe not as big. It becomes this like buying a brand new Mercedes that would go for like 80, 100K, selling it at like 30K. right? At that point, you would assume the car is faulty, something is wrong with the car. You would not assume this is a great price. Now, if the car sells for 90 to 100K, but you're getting it for 80K, you would probably still assume that's a good price, right? You wouldn't assume something's wrong with the car. Same goes for your offer. So Monday of this week, we're now at Thursday. Monday of this week, I was going through mapping out our Breadwinner Energy Academy live. Okay. It's 2 days live with me, full day retreats with me. Now, if you've ever been in my world, if you know about Coach School, if you've been in Coach School, if you've been in our earlier version of Breadwinner Energy Academy before it transformed, then you know my all day retreats are fucking life changing. It is everyone's favorite part of working with me is my live retreats. Now, when I did Academy back in the day and then I did Coach School, we would do one day every quarter. Now we're doing 2 days live twice a year. And those days are literally the entire program dropped into your brain, dropped into your body, and mapped out on a notebook, piece of paper, a workbook paper for you in one fucking day. Now, one day is very, very intense because we do a lot of strategizing for your business. So I'm doing 2 days. It's called Build It and Become It. In day one, we are building your entire business from your story. So, last episode, we talked about your entire business model. In the episode before, we talked about your results. And in one day, you will have your entire business mapped. The result, the clear, specific result, your entire model, your all paths lead to Rome model, your soulmate client, your signature scalable offer, your content, your collab strategy, your full business architecture built in one day. But then day two, we're going to come in on the back of building that and we're going to start to do capacity work, identity work, shadow work, your self concept work, because it's really easy to get excited and like visualize it on paper. But then to be able to build it and hold it and sustain it and grow it will require you to stretch your capacity. Okay. So as I'm mapping this out, I'm like fucking excited. I'm like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Okay. Then I'm like, okay, let's go through every part of the program. Let's go through the last year of what we've done in the program with our students. Let's go through all the modules. Let's go through what we're helping students do and map this out. Okay. So as I'm mapping it out, like their first 90 days, they will have this built. Like period, point blank, they will have this built. Okay. They will have their signature offer, their business model top to bottom. Like they will be built, ready to go. The business is ready to grow within 90 days, which is very extremely quick to build your entire business model, have it seamlessly mapped out, know when you're selling, what you're selling, who you're calling in, where to show up, where to drive leads, where to get sales, how, like you will know it and have it built inside your business in 90 days. Okay. But then the next 9 months after that, you're growing yourself, your capacity, your income, your self concept, your business, your leads, your sales, your income, your impact, all being built within 12 months. You will leave this program in 12 months a totally, totally new person with new income, new impact, your business built where you don't have to go back to the building board again. You just get to build it until you're at the six and multi six figure level. That for a $2,000 offer, I was like, no way. Like, no. I was like, honestly, this is a $10,000 program. This is a version of our old academy and our old coach school together on fucking steroids. Those programs were 10K programs. I was like, no way. This has to like this program is becoming and already is such a high caliber program because this is for healers. It's for lineage liberators. It's for alchemists. It's for women who have magic radiating inside of them. You have natural born inherited wisdom and gifts inside of you, and you are ready to grow and scale. You've had a business, you've had sales, you've had one-off clients, you've dabbled in this and that and courses and programs, and you've dabbled in the things, but you want a signature scalable program that's easy, that is simple, that allows you to have the life you want, the income and the impact you want. And we're doing that. Okay. So when I was sitting down, mapping it all out and like getting ready for our live, I was like, honestly, doubling the price at 5,997 still feels like such a steal that I could easily go to 10K on this offer. But I do want a bridge offer to licensing. Licensing and leadership, which we're going to reopen doors June, July for the August class, is where you take this model that you've built and you get our license and you come in our mastermind room and you scale with other women. It's where you collaborate together, you launch together, you promote each other, you affiliate market with each other. It's like one room to scale. It's high level business capacity, but you have to do this first. Like if you don't have this foundation laid, if you don't have this business model laid out for you, and you're not ready to scale from a business model perspective, but you're also not ready to scale from a capacity and mindset and energy perspective, then you can't come to licensing, right? Because like in licensing, you have 4 months to like fully mentally, physically, emotionally prepare. So I like dive into your business, your capacity, your energy, and we get you ready to scale to like throw you into this mastermind room where you're working with other women at a high caliber place. And now you're going out and speaking on stages and you're guest expert coaching and you're going in these other rooms. But again, if the business model isn't built and you're not at capacity mentally to be able to scale, that's all going to crumble in licensing, right? So I wanted an offer that really gets you ready for that room. And that room is 10K, but then it's going to be our like yearly licensing fee to stay in the room, to be on the directory, to be in the mastermind, right? So I was like, you know what? This is actually a perfect bridge offer to that. And like at 5997, it's still fucking no-brainer. So pricing is going to double tomorrow. And then in June, I believe our dates are 18th and 19th. We're confirming those by the end of the week. But June 18th and 19th is our 2 days live together. The next 90 days after that, we have, now that you've mapped it all out on your workbook and your paper, the next 90 days, you're just going into building. And then you're going into, after those first 90 days of building, you're going into growing yourself, your income, your impact, your business with collaborations, being seen, speaking, and social media. And we tell you and we help you decide like what social channels to be on. Should you have a podcast? Should you do YouTube? Where should you really use your energy, your voice, your skills to grow your organic leads? We don't do ads. At this program, we don't do overhead. We don't talk about team. It's literally the most easiest, simplest, scalable business model. But the very first thing we do in this program is we make your business tangible. The thing that most spiritual entrepreneurs are missing is that your business isn't tangible. It's still like embodied, and I help people with confidence, and it's still so intangible and clear that you're being overlooked and or your sales are hit or miss. So the first thing we're going to do is make your business extremely tangible. We're going to go through your story, and your entire business is going to be built on your story. Okay. I'm going to read you a couple of our testimonials. Someone said, my business is blowing the fuck up this month. Thank you so much. I truly believe it's from the work we've done in Breadwinner Energy Academy. 2 clients paying 6 months up front. Just hit my first 10K month. Never thought I'd see that number. Let's see here. This rebirth has taken so many unexpected turns, not the inner work I was expecting. Joining Breadwinner Energy Academy has been the best decision I've ever made for my business. Tay's an excellent coach. She cares a lot about your business and you as a person as well. I love the fact that the program is 12 months because it's not easy creating the business of your dreams, and have it in 12 months enables you to start the foundation and really build from that. Tay has the program laid out where you start with creating that foundation first, which can help ensure that you are successful. Do not hesitate on joining. Okay, let's see. This has been a game changer for my business. Tay really cares about your success. She's the real deal. You guys are so sweet. Okay, so today is the last day to join before the price doubles. If you are listening right now and you are considering, but you have doubt, you have questions, you have concerns, you are not sure, you are still on the fence. Now, here's the thing. So many of you are on the fence, and I know you're on the fence because you're clicking every time I email, you're clicking the link, you're clicking the sales page. You guys have told me, I want to join, I want to join, I want to join, I want to join. I'm not sure, I'm not ready. And I have on my website where I can see the traffic, so I can see you guys on the page, scrolling every single day. So I know you're on the fence. You just keep talking yourself out of it, right? How long are you going to talk yourself out of doing the thing? Yesterday in Breadwinner Energy Academy, I was talking to one of the students in the program who's been in the program for 6 months. And 6 months, she is a totally different person than the woman that walked in that room six months ago. When she walked in the room 6 months ago, she knew she wanted to do like career development coaching, but she wasn't niched down, and she had a lot of mind drama. She had a lot of thoughts and beliefs about her offers, about her program, about her pricing, about how do I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? And 6 months ago, I coached her on her mindset, her energy, her shadows, her capacity, because I said, you know what? I said the only way that you will know how to do it, the only way that you will know how it works is by literally doing it. And the only way to just do it, just do the thing, because one step leads to the next step, which leads to the next step, which opens the next door. The only way to do it is to become the person who literally just decides and acts upon the life you want. It's not going to make sense. It's going to be scary. And when you stop making decisions for where you're at right fucking now, when you stop making decisions for where you're at right now and you start making decisions for the life you want, the future you want, the business you want, the impact you want, and you act out of those decisions, your life will completely change. And she had such a hard time on like, I just need to know how. Give me the steps, just tell me how. And I kept walking her through how is by doing it. Like just go out and do the first thing. And when we do the first thing, and every call I would like give her the next step and the next step, and she would do the next step, and we would do the next step. 6 months right now, she has launched her website, which is B2C corporate, to so that her program goes out to corporate and they buy her program for their employees, and then she does like 6 months of work with their employees. She niched down to Black and brown women, which she had a lot of drama around, which we cleaned up. And she's just booked her first, like she launched her website and within a week she booked a client. And yesterday on the call, she was like, I no longer have this, like, how do I do it? How does it work? Like, I just know where to go. I know what I'm doing in my business. I know the steps. And like, I now know how because I did the thing. Like, when you first enter my world and you're like, I just need to know how. I just need to know how. And that's like what consumes you. And I tell you how is through doing. And you're like, okay, but what do I do? Right? So we like build out, okay, this is what it's going to look like. This is what you're going to do. Here's the steps. Here's where to go. And that completely clears up so much of your brain and energy space that now every day you're like, I know what to do. I know who I'm talking to. I know what I'm selling. I know when I'm launching. And I say that in air quotes because we don't launch traditionally. And now I'm making more money. I'm getting more people in my world effortlessly. And I just like know how. That in itself is fucking life changing. You will not know totally how this program works until you get in it. You won't know how it looks for you until you just make a decision that you know in your soul pull, this is for you. And this is just what you're going to go with. And you're like, I just feel called to do this. I don't know, something in it just tells me. Until you do that, you won't know how. This is your sign to just do the thing you know that you're holding yourself back on. Just do the thing. Okay. So if you do have questions, jump over to Instagram at it's Tay Daniels underscore LLC. That it'll be linked in the show notes, and ask me questions. Do not feel afraid to ask me questions. There's no dumb questions. Now, if you come ask me if this program is for you, I'm going to ask you some questions. So be ready for me to ask you some questions. Be ready to go back and forth, maybe even voice note back and forth. And if this program is not for you, I will just straight up tell you you're not ready. But if it is for you, I'm not going to let you hold yourself back. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for being here and listening. And I will see you in Academy.